I can tell you guys the secret of happiness. The secret of happiness is low expectations. We all agree? This is how I found this out. I was in Washington, D.C. last year, and I went to go visit the JFK gravesite in Washington, D.C. I Googled it before I went there, and I found this out. When you Google something, you get the rating for what you've Googled. So the JFK gravesite has a rating of 4.7 stars. Pretty good rating, I reckon. Pretty good rating. I was pretty excited to go check out this gravesite. 4.7 stars. Must be great. Then I thought, wait a minute. Who isn't giving the JFK gravesite 5 stars? So I started going through the reviews. And everyone had given it 5 stars, except for one guy. One guy had given it 2 stars. So I read the review. And this was the review, word for word, very succinct, very short, to the point. This was the review. Just a gravesite. So this guy has made the mistake of going to the JFK gravesite with very high expectations. He's gone there thinking, hey, I reckon this might be catered, you know, I reckon there might be, maybe I'll get a mini quiche out of this or something. I love how he gave it, he could have given it 1. 1 is the lowest rating you can give, but he gave it 2. So he must have thought, oh, well, they've buried him, I guess, so, you know, 2 for effort, I guess. And then I went to the Holocaust Museum, and so I Googled the Holocaust Museum, and when you Google the Holocaust Museum, you get the rating for the museum, and you get the rating for the Holocaust Museum Cafe. To answer your question, the cafe has a way better rating. Way better rating. Way better rating. And so I love that, because that means that like Jews are like going to the Holocaust Museum and they're like, oh my gosh, that memorial was so touching. But that chicken tortilla was the real highlight for me. They're like, oh my gosh, that tortilla, oh. And so I started reading the reviews of the cafe to find out why it was so good. Now here is a real review of the cafe that I've printed off. It's from Candy from Myrtle Beach. Do with that information what you will. But Candy wrote, about the cafe, Candy wrote, I was nervous about visiting this place. I'd heard great reviews, but I was disappointed. Now, I'm pretty sure that's meant to be a review of the actual museum, but Candy's put that under the cafe reviews. It's created quite a lot of confusion on the internet. So in response, Austin wrote back to Candy. Austin is also from Myrtle Beach, so I think they're friends, but that's just speculation. Austin wrote, Candy, I find your review confusing. You must not have tried the chicken tortilla.